welcome back to my channel. Today I am drawing the character sketches that I promised in my October plan with me. These are my characters from my NaNoWriMo novel that I plan to write in November. So the first thing I did was start off with some sketches. I used my Crayola erasable pencils for this. I have my two main characters for my romance story. I have Matty, who is the human, and Travos, who is the dragon shifter. So Matty is 25 years old, he has blue eyes and blonde hair, and the story is that he ends up in the dragon world by hopping through a portal. And there he meets Travos, and there they eventually have a romantic relationship. I wanted to create these little, almost like character cards that I could put in my bullet journal along with the description of the characters. And what I used to create these characters, I'll talk about this more in my November plan with me when I talk about NaNoWriMo and everything. But what I did was I went and I found a questionnaire on Readsy. I'll leave the link in the description, which is a website that has a lot of resources for writers. And one of their freebies is a PDF with a bunch of questions for your characters and building your characters. I went through and filled it out as much as I could for my two main characters. I really found this helpful because they ask a lot of questions that I never would have thought of. And when I went in later on to build my plot, it was a lot easier because I knew who my characters were and I knew where I wanted them to end up. So I first sketched them out, then I inked them on my light box, and then I colored them with my new Ohuhu Brush Markers. I got these recently for my birthday and I'm super excited about them. I made a video about me swatching them if you want to go see that. And I also used my regular marker paper. Because I wanted it to be a little card, I cut up the paper. And for Matty, I really like how it turned out. It turned out great. The inking, the sketching, the inking, and the coloring was super easy for Matty because I really struggle drawing men and boys because I just really like making characters pretty and cute, and so it's really hard for me to draw anything different. And so that's why I struggled with Travos the dragon shifter, because he is supposed to be really masculine and it was really hard to capture that in my style. So I struggled sketching him, and I struggled inking him, and I struggled coloring him. So what happened was I accidentally flipped the paper around, and if you don't know, marker paper has a right side and a wrong side. So I ended up starting my coloring on the wrong side. And this is what happens when you color on the wrong side of marker paper. It looked so weird. I didn't understand what was happening at first, and then when I figured it out, I was like, wow. Anyway, so I ended up having to re-ink, and here you can see how it looks on the back. It's so strange, like the ink just sits on top of the paper instead of sinking through. Very strange. Anyway, so once I re-inked him, I think that the second time around, it turned out a lot better. Then I colored him, and he turned out a little bit darker than I initially thought of him, but I actually like how it turned out because it makes the two characters even more contrasted and different from each other, which I think is cool. And I don't know why I gave him horns. I guess I just wanted to show his dragon shifter-ness. And I've seen the Maleficent posters. I guess I just really wanted to put horns on somebody. Travos is a dragon shifter in this dragon world, and throughout the story we find out more about his history and why he lives in a cave near the portal to the human world. I really like how he turned out in the end, even though it was quite a struggle to get there. And here they both are in my bullet journal. You'll see them again in my November plan with me. I really like having them, the little illustrations, right next to the character profiles. I think that looks great, and it is very helpful when I'm gonna go back and reference these sheets later so that I can see what my characters look like. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!